Welcome back, guys, to Professor Layton and Pandora's box, where last episode, gathering info at the museum, we learned that we might find the truth of things at the Folsense Mine, heading over to it while completing more puzzles. Managing to find or spot the difference at the entrance and completing a hidden conundrum, we now head inside. I like that's more than one person now has come by to go, is this the EU or US version? And then people say like it's EU and it's like the best version. More than one person said that now. I didn't know there was that kind of talk about this in the Layton community. I don't know. There seems to be unchanged since time immemorial. Well, obviously we gotta go this way. That makes me want to backtrack, actually. Yay, it is tea. See these sunglasses? They're my favorite pair, but no matter how I wipe them, everything's still blurry. My eyes down the lenses look just fine. Perhaps the root of the problem isn't your glasses at all. Tell me, do your eyes feel strained? Now that you mention it, I suppose they do. Blow me down, aren't you the fast thinker? If you can learn to relax, your eyes might feel better. How about a cup of nice tea to that end? Tea, yeah? Well, if there's no bother, I'll take you up on that offer. Something relaxing, and what the heck, a little spicy and nervy would be great. Okay, that's a very fine description. Relaxing, earthy, spicy. Cayenne Twilight, that is. Oh yeah, I didn't even read the diary page, yeah. Now that's a good tea. A smile spreads across Ray's face. He seems restored and in high spirits. Oh, that's one spicy finish. I am loving it. And you know, I think my eyes do feel better. Thanks for the tea. It really helped me out. Not again. What's the matter now, sir? I can still see that stupid fog. Maybe the air in Folsense is just really polluted. It's a bit of a bizarre thing to say. But yes, I did not use the key in the old diary, did I? Ever since she left, Father and I have been at each other's throats day and night. The mysterious disease plaguing our town continues to drive people to flee their homes for a safer life elsewhere. If only she had stayed with me, I feel like I could have weathered the storm. I still ask myself why she left this town. If she truly loved me, then why did she leave? Why indeed?
Oh, over here!
Thanks, chat. Right, let's see if we can actually go the other route. We can.
Jackpot!
Thanks, chat. We can't go through here. The gate's locked shut. Let's go, Luke.
Oh, over here! Jackpot!
Jackpot!
Oh, no one in the corner. Yet, cannot stop giving out subs. You're here for more than 2 seconds, and you talk, you get a sub. That's just how this works here.
Found one!
Thanks, chat. Right, we got a hint coin. I wonder what this meter measured. Canaries. I wonder what substance this pipe carried. I found those on my own, chat. Don't need you anymore. There's a puzzle on the door. This door isn't going to open, Professor. Yes, it would seem we need to solve this puzzle first. The gear switch. The button that opens the door in front of you is buried deep within this machine, so you can't push it directly. However, by pulling the lever at the top to the left or right, you can move the various gears and plates in the machine, allowing you to press the button at the bottom. In order to push the green button, should you pull the lever towards A or B? So if we turn this towards B, we make this go this way, this go this way, go this way. Which makes this go that way. I should have put arrows on all of these now that I think about it. That's going that way, then this is going this way, which means this goes this way. Which way did I say? It's B. Makes this go this way. which hits this.
And now to test my theory. Ha! Wonderful.
Beautiful. Nicely done. Moving the lever towards B will spin the gears in a way that causes the bottom lever to hit the green button. Since there are only 2 possible answers to this puzzle, you could have just guessed, but hopefully you were able to work it out properly. I did this time. Okay then. Excellent. The door is open now. Let's proceed. Maybe I want to go the other way. Oh, there wasn't actually a way this way. Hey, this reminds me of the end of the game. Look, there's something on the wall here. This reminds me of the end of the last game a little bit. I don't know. Room, puzzle, getting through, room, puzzle, back, block, room, puzzle. That's most certainly a puzzle. Let's take a closer look, shall we? A maze of doors. All the doors in the maze below only open when pushed from one direction, as shown. It is therefore impossible to pass through every room while going through the maze from the entrance to the exit. However, this feat would be possible if one of the doors could open in the opposite direction. Can you find and circle this door? Well, it's going to be a central one. So, like, in this room, you can only go this way, right? I don't want to redraw my circle. Can we only push? Only open. They're all open. I know that's just them, like, illustrating which way it pushes or pulls, but to me, in my brain, I'm just like, but they're all open. We could just pull, you know, we could go through. God. I'm so confused. At this point, it's just like this one or this one, right? It's probably that one. 'Cause if we enter from here, and we can only push, then we go through here, then we're blocked. Am I reading this wrong? So if this was the opposite way around, we go this way. Oh, it's to go every room as well, yeah. This way, this way, this way. Maybe that wouldn't work. Maybe it's this one then. So it'd be this way, and then I couldn't go this way, right? I must be reading this wrong. I just dropped my stylus as well. Or I probably just went in the wrong direction. Oh, no, wait. It didn't say I can't pass through the room twice. It just wants me to pass through every room. So it'd be this way, this way, this way. This way, this way, this way, this way. Oh, no, I wouldn't go through that. This way. Trying to get back out, yeah? It's probably that one.
Here goes.
Here.
Layton's apprentice strikes again.
Maybe I was thinking about that weird one where the guy was trying to, like, guard properly. You did it. You have to pass through every room on the way to the exit to solve the puzzle. No one ever said you can't pass through the same room twice. I'm actually in sync with the puzzles for once. You were the answers. I finally solved it. Still, it's odd, Professor. Why would someone go to the trouble of placing a puzzle down here? Perhaps the miners made puzzles to pass the time between shifts down in the mine. That's all anyone ever does. They make puzzles in Britain. We do nothing else. We just make puzzles. My father fell ill from that sickness and has passed away. I also heard that many of the people who left Folsense have formed a village a safe distance from town. I imagine she lives there now too. I've decided to send her a letter. As Duke, I can't leave town, but I've entrusted my message with a man who is passing through town. Now all I can do is wait for a reply. It'd be very gloomy without this lamp, wouldn't you? This pickaxe is covered in dust. Come on, chat. You're losing out. Oh, can you go that way? I really thought the light would actually have a hint coin. Come on, chat. Tell me where the last one is. If there's a last one. Chat does not wish to speak. Oh, right on the end of that pipe. What could this switch be for? Switching things. Oh, I found 3 here. We'll need to use this lift if we are to head further into the mine, but it seems to be broken. How can we get it running again? Aha, there's a circuit board over there. We should be able to use this to restore power to the elevator. Let's see. Yes, follow the instructions on the circuit board. Luke, that should fix our problem. But I'm not an electrician. A puzzling lift. Kill me now! The circuit board for the lift contains a puzzle. According to the instructions, you need to make the blue and red balls switch places in order to restore power to the lift. Are you up to the task? Look, like the last slide puzzle took over 1 minute. 1 minute. It took over 1 minute. It did. It took over 1 hour and like 20 to 30 minutes, right? We're 47 minutes into this session. I can't be dealing with this right now. I can't be going into another one. No! I don't think I've started properly. I guess that, like, looked good, though. That's... Well, a lot of this is looking kind of tasty. The start was looking good, anyway. Huh? My brain is fresher this time, though. That is true.
Here goes. Piece of cake.
It was piece of cake. That's actually an easy one. Good job. So how many moves did it take you to complete the task? If you did it in 12 moves, yeah, I totally did. I totally did. I'll like Photoshop over the number 12. Give yourself a pat on the back. Oh, listen, do you hear that? It sounds like the lift is up and running again. But I still made you groan there, did I? Oh, the lift is making some noise. I think it's fixed. Excellent. I suppose our next move should be to head down. How did I make you groan? I was just really done. Just because I wiggle it around a bit. God, don't you like wiggle things a bit? Can't help but wiggle. That's a vault, that is. Thanks, chat. No, went back out, chat. I didn't click on that. What do you think, Luke? Could this safe hold some of the journals that Grinko mentioned? Well, we won't know until we open it. How do we open it? Well, the lock is rather complicated. Let me see if I can decipher the code. The old safe for 50. Find the 4-digit code that opens the safe. You can use the digits 0 to 5 in your answer, but each digit can only be used once. The small lights next to each row of digits are the key to finding the code, as they tell you how much in common that row has with the actual code. A white light indicates a digit that is in the code, but in a different place in the sequence. Just in the code, different place. An orange light indicates a digit that is in the code in the correct spot. Touch the digits at the bottom of the screen to change them, then touch submit when you have the answer. So the code is for some variation of 4150 then? 2 of which are in the correct places and 2 of them aren't. Okay. This is correct. Well, that's not correct, obviously. So some variation of 4150. So it's 01 because this line has 2 orange lights and 2 and 3 aren't part of the code. It's 0154. Because the 4 is in the correct position here, and the correct position here, and the 5 is in the correct position here, and 0 and 1 aren't. Wait, if I just... Okay, cool. Cool.
And now to test my theory. A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
That's right, the code is 0154. You can solve this by entering numbers haphazardly until you stumble upon the solution, but it's much more fun to think your way to the answer. Oh, you could just solve it haphazardly, could you? How many combinations in a 4 lock with 5, 6 actually, 6 digits? Doesn't sound like I could solve it haphazardly with any, small amount of time. I guess it means with the information provided. That did the trick. Have a look at this, Professor. Ah, this looks like a miner's diary. This is just the thing we've been looking for, Luke. Perhaps it can shed some light on what transpired here. Let's see what it says. We dug up some funny mineral that I'd never seen before here in the Duke's gold deposit. You sure the ore can be refined into some other kind of precious metal? Personally, I feel like there's something sinister about the stuff. Not that the Duke cares one bit. Now, he'll have his way, and we'll keep digging. I bet my life on that. It's not some kind of radioactive metal that you put in a box that's lead-lined or something, and then people keep opening it and dying from radiation poisoning over time? Or some kind of weird stuff like that? Some other kind of precious metal. But I thought this was a gold mine. Ever since we unearthed that awful ore, people have been dropping like flies from some unknown illness. Oh god! There's so many sick people in town that half our miners have stopped coming into work. Wonder what is going on here? Gosh, it's just terrible. So many people must have been sick. Folsense's time as a gleaming beacon of prosperity is at an end. This town is cursed and ruined. I suspect we're just days away from shutting down this awful mine for good. I leave this diary behind so that anyone who tries to reopen the mine may think twice about it. How odd, the date on this last entry is from just about 50 years ago. But that can't be right. The mine was up and running until recently. Yes, also we've been told, but this has got me thinking. Both this diary and Grinko suggest a connection between the Elysian box and the events in the mine. From what I can tell, all of this traces back to a single man, the Duke himself. Even if he himself is long gone, his castle may yet contain the answers to all of our questions. So, does that mean we have to visit that spooky castle for ourselves? Do you mean to tell me you're scared of the place? Of course not. A million vampires wouldn't scare me. If there truly is a vampire living in that castle, I'd very much like to make his acquaintance. Don't say things like that, Professor. If we met one, I'm sure he'd eat us on the spot. The Professor and Luke decide to venture out to Herzen Castle. Right, chat. Time to shine.
Here it is. Here we are.
Oh, stay over here. This floor smells of mold. Blech. Count. Blech. I guess there must not be anything in... Oh, I've already checked you. What? Is it shut? I believe we've retrieved the records we came for. Let's take our leave now. But what's this? The lift is out of service again. I say, this won't do. Oh, but look here. There's a set of buttons built into the wall. Surely one of these buttons will send the lift back up, but they're disconnected. What's next? Restarting the lift. Again. The wires connecting the lift to the button controlling it have somehow been severed. However, you can connect the negative and positive wires on the top to the wires carrying the same charge below. You can fix the lift. To do this, draw lines between sets of terminals. Draw 2 lines to connect each positive and negative terminal to its counterpart and get the lift running again. So we only have to draw 2 lines. I would 100% guarantee then that in this wire soup that there is literally wires that just join up with nothing. But this is one bit of the negative. I think that's right. Just having a look again. I mean, we could do it the memo way, of course. Drawing like this to show you where it goes. Like this again. But what about plus? That was simple enough. Straight to the second one. It looks to me like... Oh, yeah. So when you go on memo, it actually like cuts off a little bit. That actually, because of the box, it looks like it goes this way. But it does not at all. It goes up into the center of the spaghetti and it goes all the way to the end. It did say it's carrying to the same charge. I think it's that. Funny if I'm wrong.
Consider this puzzle solved.
I'm an electrician!
And there we have it.
We're back in business. The lift is working again. We are back. Need to rewire my house. The buttons appear to be working. We should be able to leave the mine now. Let's get out of here, Professor. That's why I was clicking on you, because I thought you were the way out. If you want to say here we are, chat, now's the time.
It's over here.
Eh? Hola, friend son. Am I glad to see you? I was sure I'd never see another soul ever again. Get out the sewers. Hey, I know you. I was traveling El Mundo, and last thing I remember, I was en transito to Egypt. Tell me, por favor, how long ago were these fine pyramids built? Sorry, sir, you're not in Egypt. Do you remember how you got here? I think a bash on the head's how we got most places. I haven't the foggiest, senor, see? Un minuto, I'm heading for Africa. The next minuto, I'm down here. With no one around, I started poking at this thing to pass the time, and I think I broke it. Aya! Help me fix it, s'il vous plaît. Oh, okay. Balancing ornaments. Small ornaments dangle from a metal bar, and they've thrown the bar off balance. The 5 ornament strings are spaced equally apart, and each type of ornament weighs a different amount. 3 light ornaments weigh the same as 1 heavy ornament, while 2 light ornaments weigh the same as a medium ornament. So there's light, heavy, medium. Place one of the 3 ornaments in the rectangle into the space marked thing to restore the bar's balance. Okay, it's probably this. Hey? Okay. It's probably the circle. I think the star is lighter than the circle. But the moon's the heaviest. Is that not true? Maybe the circle's the heaviest. It's only 1 circle in every single one. And no matter what, as long as the left side is heavier than the right side, with our facing it, then, like, it will cause that tilt to happen, right? I'd have thought. I guess I could actually try to, like, work out the genuine values of this. Yeah, I assume we aren't factoring in distance from the fulcrum in this, so I would. It's so funny. One is light, one is thingy. 2 light ornaments weigh the same as a medium ornament. 3 light ornaments weigh the same as 1 heavy ornament. To be honest, it makes sense for the circle to be the heaviest, in case it's solid. So it's probably the moon then. Because if we were to give them values of, say, like 3, 2, and 1, maybe? Like, let's just add up numbers. That's a great way to proceed. So that would make this 9. That would make this 5. That would make this 5. Okay, that's a bit worrying then. Let's change the numbers. 2, 1, 3. So that would make this 10. I'm like, I'm not doing maths correct. 12. Why? Why? That would make this 7 math. That would make this 4. Oh yeah, but that make this. It must be about the fulcrum, right? It must be because, like, it's ridiculously heavy over the other side. 2, 3. You'd assumedly need less weight over this side. I mean, by my own reckoning, it could be literally anything. I'm starting to not care.
This should do the trick.
Yes, I knew it was correct.
Wonderful.
Good job. The crescent moon ornament is just heavy enough to balance things out. I didn't get the number. Look, I didn't get any of these values correct. I just placed a bet. The crescent moon ornament is just heavy enough to balance things out. A single star ornament weighs the same as 1 sun and 1 moon together. The strand of ornaments that is supposed to counterbalance the one with a question mark doesn't have any star-shaped ornaments, but if you compare the ornaments as shown above, you can work out what should go in the question mark space regardless. Yes, that's what I did. Oh, wonderbar! A million arigatos, mon ami. Now my mind is at ease. Mine, ami? Now my mind is at ease. I can finally leave this musty tomb. Yeah, I totally worked all that out. I'm just that good. I've only got 1 more diary page left. I don't know how many days have passed waiting to hear back from her. It's been so long, in fact, that I can barely remember even sending that letter. Maybe she really doesn't love me. Maybe she's living in some other town, happily married to another man. Maybe. Hiya! How did I get here? I'm supposed to be on a train to Egypt. Okay, I'm opening a fortune cookie and it'll be Oliz's luck for the rest of the stream. Sure. There was a 33% chance victory of anything. Oh, Mr. Layton. What are you doing here? Now, Luke, sir, if I may be so bold, what brings you to these parts? Well, to be blunt, sir, I've been doing a bit of spying on you for some time now. You've led quite the investigation, and it won't be long before it all snaps into focus for you. It is for that reason I feel I can no longer hide the truth of this place from you. What are you getting at, sir? You've seen my studio, all those pictures of the town there. Those are pictures I took. The ones in the station are my work as well. Those photographs have held my interest for some time now. As they should, Mr. Layton. Do you remember our last meeting in my shop? You pointed out a certain strange phenomenon occurring in photos taken within Folsense. Yes, just one curiosity among the many we've seen in this town. It feels as though the whole of Folsense conspires to keep a secret hidden from us. Your feeling is right, sir. You see, Folsense is a cursed town. Cursed? To call it such may seem base, but I assure you the town's past is the very definition of the word. Perhaps the curse is a punishment we are meant to endure for the great mistakes of our past. But all nightmares eventually end, and I feel it won't be long now before we awaken. Huh? I encourage you to head to that castle in the distance and to meet with Duke Anton. Is this Anton the eldest son of the previous Duke? Yes, Duke Anton has presided over Herzen Castle since his father's passing some time ago. I served the Herzen family until that day 50 years ago, when I left it all behind and fled. How old are you? What dye are you using? I don't think Anton will ever forgive me. See, he's a man who abhors betrayal above all else. What transpired 50 years ago? The answers to all your questions can be found at the castle. I urge you to head there. Perhaps a voice of reason like yours might persuade Duke Anton to listen. If you believe it will settle the matter, we'll visit the castle. Yes, see with your own eyes what's become of this town. Perhaps then we'll finally reach the end of this dark tunnel we've been travelling through. Luke, I believe our destination has become apparent. You know where we must go next, don't you? People we talk to are scared to death of the vampire they say is living up in that castle. Let's chat with the photographer and he raises more questions. What happened 50 years ago? And what on earth is going on in that castle? Almost overnight, the Herzen family became incredibly wealthy when they discovered that seam of gold. If we can understand the story behind that, our questions about the Elysian box will be answered. How are we going to get into the castle, Professor? I don't think it's the kind of place we can just waltz into. Oh, but I wouldn't say it's impossible by any means. What do you mean? The tracks we saw on the road to the castle were still very fresh. It would seem that the stagecoach is bringing someone to the castle every day. We need only follow it to find our way to the castle. Oh, of course, that stagecoach is our ticket in. Excellent deduction, Luke. Now, shall we get going? I'm ready to go whenever you are, Professor. Just lead the way. 10. So 9, 7, 6, and 1. What are left for us to complete? But they all kind of go hand in hand, I guess.